Myself, Dr. Rajiv Chaudhary. Today we are going to study a topic technical analysis for MTech textile technology in the subject project planning and cost management. In this we will study how the technical analysis of a project is done and what are the material inputs and utilities, what is the manufacturing process and technology. So first of all, analysis of technical and engineering aspects is necessary for examination, formulation of project. It is correlated with market, financial and economic analysis also. Technical analysis is a continuous process and have two main objects. Number one, to ensure that project is technically feasible, all inputs required are available. If all inputs are available, then we can see the feasibility of the project also. To facilitate the most optimal formulation of the project in terms of technology, size and location, etc. Technical analysis of a project is concerned with many factors. Number one, manufacturing process and technology. Second is technical arrangements. Third, material inputs and utilities. Fourth is product mix. Fifth, plant capacity. Sixth is location and size. Seventh is machineries and equipments. Eighth is structure and civil works. Ninth is environmental aspects need for considering alternatives. 10th is project charts and layouts. 11th is project implementation schedule. And 12th is need for considering alternatives also. So this is a very lengthy topic and we will study one by one. Number one is manufacturing process and technology. For manufacturing a product, service, often two or more alternative technologies are available. For example, if we are going to set up an cement industry, then whether we have to use dry process or wet process, that is studied in this technical analysis. For producing soda, whether to go for chemical or electrolysis process. In the same way, for manufacturing soap, whether fully boiled or semi-boiled process is to be adopted. For manufacturing yarn, whether to go for ring or rotor spinning. So choice of the technology depends upon plant capacity. Production capacity depends upon production technology. So the capacity of the plant depends upon technology. Principal inputs means availability of raw material, that whether the raw materials are available or not. Then investment outlay and production cost. Careful assessment of technology on production cost is to be studied. Use by other units. Technology adopted should be proven by successful use by other units, preferably in India. So we will have to study that this technology is already used by other industries and what is the performance. Then product mix. Effective product mix should be chosen as different customers have different taste, preference and needs. Latest development. Technology should be chosen carefully, keeping in view obsolescence in future. It means we should also study whether this technology which we are going to adopt is going to become obsolete in the coming future or not. What is the future? Next is ease of absorption. Scarcity of trained persons when high level of technology is used. So we will have to study that whether the trained persons are available or not. We should choose a technology which utilizes local raw material, local manpower to produce goods, services, to cater to the basic needs of the society, and also keeping ecological balance harmonious, harmonious with social and cultural conditions of the society. Second is technical arrangements. To obtain technical know-how, collaboration is sought. In such case, following aspects of agreements should be worked out in detail. Number one, nature and support to be provided during designing of the product. Selection and procurement of equipment, installation and erection of the plant, operation and maintenance of the plant, training of the project personnel. These all points will have to be considered. Next is process and performance guarantee. Next is price of the technology in terms of licensing fees. That how much fees we will have to pay for the technology if we are going for collaboration with another company. What will be the benefit of R&D activities? That should also be studied, that what benefits we can get from the government if we are doing R&D. Period of collaboration agreement, that for how much period this collaboration will be valid, and what happens if termination of collaborative agreement is there in case of failure in obligation. Third is material input and utilities. Another important aspect of technical analysis is defining the materials and utilities required. What materials and utilities are required? Number one, raw material. It can be of various types. It may be agricultural product. In that case, we will have to study quality, quantity, and future potential of that agricultural product. See, this need to be examined. Next is mineral products, exploitable deposits and their properties. What is the location of the mineral products? What is their size and depth of deposit? Viability of cost of mining. All we will have to study. Livestock and forest products. The specific survey may be required in this case to obtain reliable data on livestock and forest products. If it is a marine product, then assessing the potential availability of the marine products and cost of collection is difficult. Next is processed industrial material and components. Include base metals, semi-processed materials, manufactured parts, components and sub-assemblies. Their physical, mechanical, chemical, electrical properties are important to understand. Total requirement of the project, how much to procure from domestic and foreign market, and dependability of supplier is important to study. Past and future trend in the prices is also important, and that needs to be studied. Then is auxiliary materials and factory suppliers. In addition to basic raw material and processed industrial material and components, a manufacturing project requires various auxiliary materials and factory supplies like chemical additives, packaging material, paint, varnish, oil, cleaning material, grease, etc. Demand of such materials need to be studied. Next is utilities. So utilities include power, steam, fuel, etc. So detailed assessment of such utilities can be made with reference to location technology and plant capacity. Successful operation of project depends upon adequate availability of such utilities. So what quantities are required, what are sources of supply that need to be studied, and what are the potential availability and likely shortage scenario that we will have to keep this thing in mind. Thank you.